professors and teachers in the gathering, dignitaries who are on the way from Salem after finishing a similar seminar, the MD of TNSDC, Tirumadi Innocent Divya IAS, Principal Secretary Higher Education, Principal Secretary to Honorable CM and Principal Secretary Special Program Implementation, Director of TNSDC. These officers are on the way and they will be reaching here soon. Because of paucity of time, I was instructed to start the meeting and giving value to your time. You are here for some time, and at the outset I apologize also for starting 20 minutes late. Dr. K. Prakashan, the Principal of PSD College of Technology, most respected Vice Chancellor of Bharatiyar University, Professor Dr. Kaliraj Sir, Senior Professors, Ms. Vanitha from the Naan Mudhalvan team, the panelists from the industry and academia who have come here, Mr. Sriram of Robert Bosch Company, Mr. Senthil Kumar Ganapati of Infosys, Prakash Subramaniam of ThoughtWorks Technologies, Aishwarya Nandagopal of Mindtree, Saravanan representing L&T, the panelists from the academic side, Dr. V. Lakshmi Prabha ma'am, Dr. R. Satish Kumar, Professor and HOD of Biotechnology of Bharatiyar University, Dr. M. Jay Kumar, who is Professor and HOD of Career Guidance and Extension of Bharatiyar University, and all the expert members from different sectors of academics and industry present here. I just want to give a broad outline of this program and Naan Mudhalvan program as such. It is a dream project of Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, which is steered by the Tamil Nadu Skill Development Corporation and TN Startup Mission. Basically, if you see the job market as of today, around 12 lakh of graduates and postgraduates are coming out from a variety of institutions in our state. And we are blessed to have institutions of excellence and institutions of great history providing excellent higher education in our state. But when we speak to the industries, when we speak to the industry partners, for the last 2-3 decades, how industry has changed, how the sector has grown, and what are the demand, what are the felt need of the industry, whether these 12 lakh graduates, whether they are meeting. If you see, there is a great mismatch, there is a skill gap. The Naan Mudhalvan scheme is devised to address this gap, and where we have to address once they are out of the college or once they are in the college. Once they are with you within the four walls of your campus, within your curriculum, that's the best time to address it. And for that, an elaborate scheme has been developed where the credits are being given along with the curriculum for a variety of subjects starting from information technology, modeling, transportation infrastructure, big data analysis, machine learning, cyber security, and so on and so forth. So this program was devised after so much of brainstorming, last 7 months of brainstorming and consultations with many industry partners and academicians and centers of excellence like IIT, IISc and other institutions. This program was developed. And on 29th of August, Honorable CM has launched the online portal for inculcating the same credit system in our higher education stream. In another 16 to 17 days, we are here having this regional level conference. So the motto is to pilot and scale up at large. We have done the piloting, we have done enough of brainstorming. All of you have contributed, many of you would have come to Chennai to give your thoughts and impressions on this. This program is devised not by government or not by industry or not even by academicians. It is a collaborative effort by all of us. All of your thoughts and all of your inputs are there in this scheme. And we want you to take it up seriously and provide a better result in coming academic years. We are overloading our students with one set of skill which is not even useful, and that skill set is not useful for the market. And they are finding it hard and they are finding it difficult to deal with that skill because that is not even updated. That is a liability for them. That kind of skill, to unlearn that and to learn new things, is a liability for them. For an youngster who is coming to a college, he has to be equipped with all set of skills. It includes proficiency in language. It includes even proficiency in foreign language. Certain foreign language we have to give them exposure, like Chinese, like French, like some other languages where the job market beckons them. We have to give them proficiency in public speaking, personality development, quantitative aptitude. They will be doing a course, purely engineering course, but we have to expose them to qualitative and quantitative aptitude, reasoning, public speaking, teamwork. These kind of soft skills we have to equip them. At the same time, certain skills which are engineering related skills but not covered in the curriculum, we have to equip them. This particular program is entirely devised for this, and I hope some of our colleges have done a great deal in this regard. I am personally aware of that. Most of the colleges in this region are forerunners of such initiatives. This is an opportunity to scale it up. This is an opportunity to standardize it and get a certification. In our country, everything requires a certification, and now this provides a certification possibility also. Individual efforts, individual initiatives in different colleges, I am personally aware, can be codified in this way, and it will be beneficial to our kids who are studying in your college. I hope this program has a long way to go, and you will be the torch bearers of this program. With these few words, I welcome one and all. If I have missed anyone, I apologize. And press and media over here, the PSG management who have given excellent facility to conduct this program, and all dignitaries and experts who have come here, I welcome one and all. Thank you very much.
Principal of this prestigious institute, other dignitaries who are going to join with us, respected principals of various colleges, academic friends, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to talk about 10 minutes, that was the time given to me, about what is the role of Bharatiya University in terms of introducing our initiative under Naan Mudhalvan scheme. The first one is, the most important thing our Honorable Chief Minister and other officials wanted to tell is about implementation of, next word, implementation of innovating education in the era of Industry 4.0. We all know that we are in the Industries 4.0, that is the digital transformation. So in Bharatiya University, we started working on that in 2020 itself. How we are going to introduce these digital transformation components like Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, augmented reality, cloud, cyber security, big data, mobile, into the arts and science subject. Next slide, please. So here, we were able to map the need of Industries 4.0 components into the university program, not only for the university department, even for our affiliated colleges. Take for example, the artificial intelligence, robotic process, introduction to industry 4.0 we have introduced into the curriculum and syllabus of all the branches. Big data and data analytics in some other subject, IoT in some subject, and augmented reality in some subject. Next one. Now the next question is, by the time we started working on that, we had the corona pandemic, and we made use of the situation to write textbook for this industries 4.0. It was possible for us to write 5 textbooks in artificial intelligence, securing IoT with blockchain, big data, innovating with augmented reality, industries 4.0 technologies. So here we give the curriculum and syllabus for various branches. What kind of AI has to be used for biotechnology? What kind of big data has to be used for the statistics, commerce? And this book gives a curriculum and syllabus and also the references. And this is the only book available now for arts and science to introduce this education 4.0. Next one. The next one is our active participation in non-Mudhalvan scheme career guidance. Here we have Dr. Vimala, the present HOD, and the former HOD is also here. And we have been working on developing various programs, especially for skill training on aptitude, language skill, domain skill on that. So it was possible for us to prepare the career chart, which is called as Bharati in Odivilakku, and the career chart was circulated to all the government schools through the district education officer. Thanks to Samir sir for giving the full support. Next one. Here we were able to accumulate about 150 government schools, signing MOU with the 40 government and private colleges, and this is for 2 years, this MOU during the Kalluri Kanavu, a career guidance program, and our Honorable Collector of Coimbatore, he inaugurated that, and after signing the MOU, next one, the MOU was exchanged during the visit of Honorable Chief Minister to Coimbatore on 24/8/2022, and this received very good media coverage and also well appreciated by the schools as well as the colleges, and there was a very good participation thanks to the academic institutions in and around Coimbatore. Next one. And here the Bharatiya University faculty members, especially the career guidance department, the PG diploma executive and PhD career guidance students offered higher education opportunities in Kalluri Kanavu for the model schools of various districts, and we actively participated. Next one. Here I would like to give one example that the use of this particular program, many poor students as well as the first generation +2 students who is going to the college, and they have been very much appreciating this thing and got benefited. Next one. Here you can see one transgender. They were able to, because of the program of this kind, it was possible for a transgender, otherwise he would have not got any knowledge about what kind of studies he has to do, and it was possible for him to get admitted into one of our program. Next one. The next one is the Innovative Industrial Collaborative Program for Rural Women Empowerment. Here I would like to proudly say that to meet the demands of the Tamil Nadu Government Export Promotion Strategy 2021, and with the guidance of Honorable Chief Minister as well as the Minister for Higher Education, it was possible for us to start a 3-year manufacturing science program for the employees of Tata Electronics Private Limited, and this is coming under Rural Women Empowerment and Work Integrated Learning Program for the company employees. Next slide please. So this is the first time in the country that Tamil Nadu in Bharatiya University we have started. That is a Work Integrated Learning Program for the company employees. It is offering only for the women employees. About 75% are first generation graduates. It serves the significance of empowering the young women through education and economic independence. Next slide. So here, the Tata Electronics Private Limited, we signed an MOU after getting necessary GO from government. Next one. So this is one that we release a career chart under Naan scheme, and which is being used by many schools, and we are operating through the district administration. Next one. So here, the Tamil Nadu model schools, we were reaching the Tamil Nadu model schools and guided about 1024 school students covering 9 districts, the government model schools towards their higher education. Next one. And in the university we also started the program like BSc blended program with Melbourne University and a certificate course with the Harvard Business School. Next slide. So we have also in the last 2 years we introduced several job oriented certificate courses in collaboration with industries like TVS, Center for Digital Forensics, IIT Palkat. So here we give the opportunity to the students and the necessary credit will be given to them. Next one. And these are the ones, some of the other programs that we are doing it with a skill-based program with Tata Consultancy Services and various other academic institutions. Apart from that, Madam Innocent Divya has given the mapping of various courses which has been identified for the engineering students. What other courses can be given to arts and science? And we had our special board of studies meeting last week, and we introduced most of the add-on courses, and enough credit will be given to them. It is add-on courses under part 4, and if the student is able to clear, he will be getting the credit. By chance, if he is not able to complete the that particular certificate program which is offered by the government of Tamil Nadu through government of Tamil Nadu, he will not be losing the degree, he will be getting without that particular credit. Next slide. So very recently, last week, we signed MOUs for skill development for students under CSR initiatives of various companies like Zuno, GTT, SkillX, Zafir, Mahindra, etc. So here, the first one is the paid internship for verified companies. The next one is a short-term program on soft skill development, offering technical skills, Industries 4.0 and so on. Finally, I would like to tell you that Bharatiya University is going to have faculty development program on Industries 4.0. Now at this juncture I would like to tell, it is very difficult to segregate the arts and science from engineering because most of the things are multidisciplinary. And we have our arts and science and we collaborate with PhD Tech, we collaborate with the Naan University Regional Campus, Coimbatore and so many other academic institutions. So I would like to thank the Honorable Chief Minister and other dignitaries for giving the opportunities to me, and I will be more than happy to collaborate with any of those things. We have given a small booklet about the curriculum and syllabus development for Industries 4.0. That is one of the chapter of our book. I hope it will be useful to you. Thank you very much.
So the whole objective of this Mudhalvan scheme is skilling. Now what is our stake in skilling? See, we are responsible as academicians, principals of the college, faculty of the college. We are responsible to upskill our students. What is our claim? Can we say that we are giving them the necessary skills, expert of the industry? To what extent we are confident? Are we confident? Can we claim to the industry that yes, we are producing our best, we are doing our best, our students are the best students, we have skilled them to the hilt? Can we make this claim? Yes, no? No. Certainly no. Now, let me first of all apologize for the delay. We are very sorry, we are extremely sorry for 2-3 things. In fact, we had to invite you for this meeting. I should say we have persuaded you to come and attend this meeting. And secretaries are traveling from Chennai. So the intention being not to disturb you, not to interfere in your business, to empower you, to sensitize. Because the most critical intervention we can contribute to the society is skilling of our children. One biggest lacuna that is daunting, that is haunting us, our society, is lack of skills at all levels, be it school, be it college, even the non-formal sector. Therefore, in fact, the Honorable Chief Minister is seriously concerned about it. The very purpose of deputing his secretary, especially Mr. Uday Chandran, though he is the secretary, principal secretary for program implementation, incidentally he is also secretary to the Chief Minister. The very fact that the whole CM's office and Honorable CM himself is taking interest on the scheme, that is why we had to persuade you, bring you here and give these boring lectures in the afternoon with the sole intention of sensitizing you. But we are fully aware, we know that whatever we do, you will continue to do what you want to do. Whatever university says, whatever government says, you know the trick and you know the trade. Therefore, we would like to urge you, exhort you, we urge you that unless there is a change in mind, unless you agree, yes, something has gone wrong. There is something which is the bottleneck of the system. See, without blaming any particular individual or group of individuals or community, there is a problem in the system which is daunting us. Not only you see, there are national surveys. I don't know whether you are aware. There are national surveys about employability of engineering graduates. Can you guess what is the percentage of employability? Can you guess? Can you guess what percentage of skills our students have acquired to become employable? Can you guess? What does the national survey say? Is this question relevant to you? Can you guess? Do you know? Or can you guess? Some broad, wild guesses? 10 to 20%? Employability. So 80% is unemployable. There are national surveys which indicate that 80% of our students are unemployable. You know how much we spend? I just worked out a broad guess in our state alone, assuming that there are 500 colleges. And we spend about 50 crores per college for building infrastructure. It's about 25,000 crores. So we have invested about 25,000 crores on fixed asset. How much running cost is incurred by the student? Assume that it is 50,000 rupees per year, and for 4 years, roughly it will be about 2,000 crores per batch. Per batch they spend about 2,000 crores, and this 25,000 crores fixed investment and 2,000 crores of running cost. What is the percentage of result we produce? 20%. 80% is wastage. Will any private company or industry agree to spend 100% to produce 20% result? But it is happening in our institutions, in which every one of us, you, me, officers sitting in the dais, sitting in the secretariat, universities, everyone is responsible. But is it, now few engineers and doctors go away from a country, what do the media say? It's a huge brain drain. They get educated here and go away, deserting our country. They are not nationalists, they are not patriotics. So we claim so many things. But here is a case where, after investing 25,000 crores, and for every batch spending 2,000 crores annually, we produce 20,000 results, 20% result, wasting 80% resources. How many, in fact, in the country, we got about, I think about 15 lakhs, about 1.5 million engineering graduates graduate in the country. This is a whole, this is a scenario, national level. Therefore, there is an imminent need, there is an urgent need that every one of us should get sensitized. Yes, there is a problem. Let us first of all acknowledge that there is a problem. Let us, I will just under 10-15 minutes, I will analyze what is the problem, where does it lie, and how to set right, what can be done. I will also give the solution. I will give the problem, I will also give the solution. Where does the problem lie? And who is responsible for this? Now, coming to the subject of Industry Institute Connect, yes, it is a critical intervention. It is the most critical intervention because both industry and institute, they are depending on each other. They are mutually interdependent. How? How they are mutually dependent? Because industry is a captive consumer for our graduates. And we are one of the critical raw material suppliers for them. So both of us are concerned. In fact, welfare of one affects the welfare of the other. And it is not as if we have not been interacting with the industry. It is not as if our relationships with the industry is new. It has been there. There are so many centers of excellences, MOUs, guest lectures, and then your internships. There are so many ways of modes of, and even the latest hackathon. What is this hackathon? Smart hackathon. Since the direct relationship between industry and institute has failed, AICT has intervened. They have asked the industry to give problem statements, which is floated, and they are asking us to compete. That is also another way of another intervention of Industry Institute Connect. But has it succeeded? This Industry Institute Connect, has it succeeded so far? No. Definitely no. Why? Why do you say this? I have seen number of colleges. In fact, some famous faces are very familiar. I have seen few colleges, but where under Center of Excellence agreements, equipments and tools, instruments have been given by the industry, they are kept intact as brand new, as if the previous day itself was installed, without being used at all. Some cosmetic usages, like verifying input, output, some reading, that is how we have used the Center for Excellences. Similarly, how many MOUs we have signed? I think every college would have at least 100 MOUs on their credit. What has happened to them? Has it helped us in upskilling our students? Therefore, industry has almost lost faith in us. Do you agree? Do you agree that industry has almost lost faith in us? How do you say? How do you say industry has lost faith in us? Because they don't trust our degree. They don't trust us. They don't trust our training process. The 4 years of training we give to our students, industry feels it is useless. That is why, so let me be blunt, let me be point blank and blunt. Because this is not fault finding, let us introspect. Are we responsible? Can we do something about it? Is the issue now. Industry has lost faith in us because they screen when they want to recruit. Now, conducting a small interview to find out the skill levels of student, I have no objection. But 3-4 levels of filtering. 3-4 levels of filtering. What does it mean? They don't trust us. Now, is it not a humiliation to us? Can any person with self-respect agree? But we do. Not only they recruit after screening, they also spend a lot of money, resources, time on training them. to make them industry ready to suit their business. Therefore, industry is not trusting us. I believe that they are right. Now we feel that the industry is not helping us in upskilling our students, because internship, they don't take it seriously. When we send students for internship, they treat us, our students, casually. They don't train them well. And when we ask for projects, they are also not serious. So we feel that industry is not helping us, but whereas they feel that we are not producing students with competency. Now this is an impasse. This is a never-ending process. What do we do? How do we solve this? Definitely, industry can't replace a college. They cannot train our students to make them industry ready. At the best, they can give tools, equipments, here and there some training inputs they can give. That's what they are doing. All these MOU, Center of Excellences, are meant for this. Beyond this, we can't expect industry to do. It is our responsibility. It is our responsibility to do this. All right, what has gone wrong? What has gone wrong now? Almost 7 decades of higher education evolution. The outcome has not been satisfactory. It is very clear. What has gone wrong? Now let us compare our sister professions like medicine and auditor's profession. You see, when somebody joins medicine, from day one, they are exposed to practical learning. Bodies are given, they rip open and learn from day one. After 2 years of their learning basics, they are exposed to patients. 3rd year, 4th year, they interact with patients. They do practical work from day one. Similarly, auditing profession. Right from day one, they work with the auditor. The theory is only an add-on to that. The theory does not interfere with their practical work. Neither practical work interfere with their theory. They are two separate wings, two separate verticals. During articleship, auditors, students, they learn. For 3 years, they learn in a hard way. Practically, they learn. But what about our students? I feel, now in our academic process, there are 3 verticals. We have theory classes. We have and then practicals. Thirdly, we have co-curricular, extracurricular activities. Now, these theory classes is expected to give them in-depth knowledge in the subject. These practical sessions, practical laboratories, academic laboratories are expected to teach them skills. Other co-curricular, extracurricular activities, etc., they are supposed to groom them, give them right attitudes. Am I right? Now we feel that our academic labs is a sufficient tool to upskill them. Now what is happening in our academic labs? Should I narrate few examples? You don't mind? Prabha, you don't mind? I had a cursory glance of few experiments. I saw, I think it's an industrial automation lab, and the subject was PLC. The subject was taught, I think, about 6th semester, and this industrial automation lab was in 7th semester. I can see some of you reciting, it's in 7th semester. I just went and asked, what do you do? Then they said, sir, the university's prescription was about 3 or 4 predefined experiments. See, that is the case for all the subjects. In our academic labs, there are 10 or few number of predefined experiments. The students are expected to do the same experiments again and again, mostly memory based, some cosmetic input-output readings, and they get 90-95 marks. They get 95 marks in practical for the same subject. Some of them fail. I just had a cursory glance of this lab. I asked them, what do you do? In few institutions I checked up. The student, first of all, they give a block diagram of what a PLC is. They say, this is SMPS, this is relay, this is PLC. So students are shown these parts. In some, very few colleges, they have one or two PLC machines. They demonstrate with the help of this machine and show the parts. In many other colleges, it's just a block diagram. This is the first experiment. During practical test, it is enough in a block diagram. Students show this. Now the second stage, that's what Anna University's experiment also says. Second stage is programming. They are given 3 steps for programming. Even that such programming is given the manual. Student has to apply this programming in the ladder logic in a simulation. Just verify the output. That's all. That's all. Now, do you think this will upskill a person on PLC automation process? This is what we have been doing. Day in and day out, every college, every one of us know that this is wrong. This is not the way we teach our children. But we are helpless. We are repeating this every day. Then how do you expect our students to design a robotics, to write coding, to do some application work? Now, even if the student is familiar with PLC, I will not say the skilling is complete. See, the problem with our academic exercises, we miss the context. The skilling part, we feel that laboratory experiments is the only tool which we presume that it will give skills. But I had a cursory glance of few laboratory experiments. I will just explain to them. It is very cosmetic. Both the prescription and the practice. The prescription by Anna University is also very cosmetic. Now again, let me say, this is a time for us to introspect. If the intention of Honorable Chief Minister of skilling every youth in the state is to be accomplished, we need to be sensitive about it. So there is, if something has gone wrong, let us agree, yes, there is something wrong and we'll rectify it. There is no point in doing that. But trying to justify is a crime. That's what I am trying to say. So these academic experiments are cosmetic rituals. They are discrete. If you want, though even the PLC automation, if a person is familiar, that is not good enough unless he understands the context. With the knowledge in PLC, will he be able to design a robot? Will he be able to use it a complete equipment on automation? No, it's not possible. Therefore, all that I say, the present system, especially the practicals, is designed to fail. Let me tell you, it is designed to fail. In the present form, it is not likely to succeed. Let us first of all understand this. Or what do we do? What do we do now? Can we be complacent about it? Can we just ignore about it? No, we should not. You see, if no doubt if our students get trained in industry, they become industry ready, which is not possible because we have very few industries and huge number of volume of students, so they can't learn. So the best way is create an industry atmosphere in the college. It is not difficult. It is not difficult at all. I don't say it is easy, but there are certain challenges, but they are not insurmountable. It is possible. Create an industry atmosphere in the college. How do we do? Rearrange the projects. Simply rearrange the projects. instead of doing in bits and pieces. I will just give you one more example. What is industry atmosphere? Now let us take a familiar example of this coir pith industry. We are all familiar with coir pith industry because in Coimbatore district we have plenty of coir pith industry. What is that industry? Coconut husk is brought, it is transported into the factory where it is soaked, dried, washed, dried, beaten, and then it is threaded, coiled into ropes, packed, transported, delivered, built, etc. This is the process. Now what do we do in our academic laboratory? We teach them, not as if we don't teach the skills. We teach them in bits and pieces. There is no commonality. There is no purpose. The students do not understand the purpose. So the same coir pith industry, how it is taught in the college, transportation is separate. Soaking is separate, some other semester. Drying in some other semester. Beating in some other semester. Threading is some other semester. Packaging in something else. So they are all topsy-turvy. Student does not know this is how a coir industry works. That is what happening in our academic labs. If an industry scenario is to be created, it has to be in the context. So anything student does, anything he does, any laboratory experiment he does, if he is not able to understand the context and connect, you see the education is all about connection. Whatever we learn, unless you connect your experience with the real life, learning does not take place. That is not education. So these experiments can simply be rearranged. For autonomous colleges, it will not be a problem. For university, we will urge on them, we will impress on them that it is imperative. If at all the skilling has to take place in the right spirit, both universities and colleges will have to work together. Autonomous colleges, you can straight away do this without lose of time, here and now from tomorrow. You start now, see, Rome is not built on a day. It's always step by step, brick by brick. Start doing it one subject. Try to rearrange them. You will encounter problems, solve it, then slowly scale it up. Autonomous college. So all that I say, look at all these experiments, rearrange them, or introduce something new, so that the student, whatever he does, I just told you about PSC. Let it be mechanical engineering, let it be electrical engineering, let it be computer engineering, whatever subject you have, rearrange them in such a way it is in a serial, number one. Number two, there is a connection between one and the other, and the context. Every time you teach something to the student, the context should be told. Only then you will be able to relate it and retain it. That is how you rearrange. If you create this industry atmosphere in the college, I am 100% sure that things will improve. I will not say this is impeccable. I don't say that you will get the results tomorrow. But let us light a candle instead of blaming darkness. Let us do something about it. Now let us not wait university to come and help, because we do many things which university is not saying. We cut corners if it suits us. So why not we do something in the interest of students? Now to complete, I will say the mere fact that Secretary Higher Education, Secretaries Program Implementation, they are traveling all over and troubled you, persuaded you to come here today, is only to impress on you, urge you, exhort you that skilling is critical. Without skilling, things will not improve. 7 decades, see, I would like to recall what Albert Einstein said once. He said, doing the same thing again and again, doing the same thing again and again, and expecting a different result, doing the same thing again and again, and expecting a different result is the height of foolishness. 7 decades of our evolution has not produced results. And I also want you to think our students are not at fault. They have demonstrated their skill by securing the marks prescribed by us. Parents are not at fault because they have admitted their students and they have paid the fees required to be paid. They are vulnerable. Students are vulnerable. They are capable of learning. If they don't learn in the college for 4 years, I think it's a crime that we commit on them. Please be informed. If this happens to your child, my child, what will happen? With fervent hope, they are coming to us. Therefore, let us take very seriously. When I was a director, I used to feel, I was director in a school education department. Even at the time, our achievement levels were around 50-55%. I always used to feel, if 50% of the children under my directorate's control, if they don't learn 50%, I feel that I don't earn my 50% salary. Our salary is meant for this. How can any reasonable person be complacent about it, knowing full well that this is not producing results? I mentioned to you the easy alternatives. Kindly take it seriously. You see, if the direction is clear, when we are traveling, if the direction is very clear, even if we walk slowly, we will reach the destination one day. But if it is the wrong direction, even if you travel in 100 km speed, we will not reach. Let us change course now. It is within your hands. It is possible. If at all if the meeting produces some result, I will be extremely happy if at least one of you go back, think, yes, these students are my responsibility. I am the principal here. I am the faculty here. They have come here with the fond hope of learning. It is my duty to tell them, my duty to educate them. Then things will be much better. Thank you so much.
இந்த திட்டம் எப்படி எவால்வ் ஆயிருக்கு, இந்த ப்ராடக்ட் எப்படி வந்திருக்கு. ஸோ நார்மலாக நமக்கு ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட் கிடைச்சதுன்னா அல்லது ஒரு திட்டம் கிடைச்சதுன்னா அந்த திட்டத்துக்கு பின்னாடி இருக்கிற பணிகளை பற்றியோ அந்த திட்டத்தினுடைய நோக்கத்துக்காக என்னென்னலாம் செஞ்சுருக்காங்கன்றதை பற்றியோ பெருசாக தெரியறதில்ல. உங்களுக்கு யாருக்குமே கூட அதே போல தான் இருந்திருக்கும். நீங்கள் எப்பயாவது பேப்பரில் படிச்சிருக்கலாம், இந்த நான் முதல்வன் திட்டத்தை நம்முடைய முதலமைச்சர் அவர்கள் மார்ச் 1ஆம் தேதி அவருடைய பிறந்தநாள் அன்னைக்கு கிக் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணாங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் நிறையா ஒர்க் நடந்துச்சு, அதுக்கு முன்னாடியும் நிறையா ஒர்க் நடந்திருக்கு. எல்லாத்தையும் சொன்னால் நீங்கள் நாள் பூரா பத்தாது. ஒரு சில பாயிண்ட் மட்டும் சொல்கிறேன், ஸோ தட் நீங்கள் எல்லாம் இதனுடைய திட்டத்தினுடைய சீரியஸ்னஸை புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். சாரும் சொல்லியிருக்காரு, இன்னும் நிறையா ஆஃப்டர் வி ஃபினிஷ் யூ ஹாவ் லாட் ஆஃப் திங்ஸ் டு டிஸ்கஸ், யூ மே ஹாவ் லாட் ஆஃப் டவுட்ஸ் which will most of it will get clarified. I'm sure Divya has brought eminent people to talk about how to go about this scheme. After me, the Principal Secretary to the Honorable Chief Minister as well as Principal Secretary of Special Implementation Department will elaborate on each of the courses. He will talk about it. There are more than 70 odd courses. The first trigger started some 7-8 months back when I was asked to go with a team of officers to Hyderabad to study the task irukanga. You can Google and find out Telangana Academy of Skill and Knowledge அப்படினு சொல்லிட்டு. We went, myself and a lot of other officers. Divya couldn't come that time, she went later. Myself, Commissioner Technical Education Tirumati Lakshmi Priya, and so many other officers went. What we went and saw there, and then how they do skilling in every education institutions, be it ITI or Polytechnic or Arts and Science colleges or engineering colleges. Amazing. We when we were coming back in the flight, I was in so much of depression. Tamil Nadu has potential and capability and the human knowledge and the facilities to do these things very, very easily. We have missed more than a decade in that. Imagine if we had not learnt computers. உங்களுக்கெல்லாம் தெரிஞ்சிருக்கும், கம்ப்யூட்டர்ஸ் இந்த நம்ம கண்ட்ரிலாம் இன்ட்ரடியூஸ் பண்ணப்போ நிறைய பேர் ப்ரொட்டஸ்ட் பண்ணாங்க. மெனி தாட் தட் மெனி வில் லூஸ் ஜாப். ஓகே, அப்புறம் we adopted and where we are now I need not elaborate. ஸோ அதுக்கு சம்திங் ஈக்குவலண்ட் தான் இப்போ சொல்லணும்னா. இன்னைக்கு இண்டஸ்ட்ரி 4.0 வந்துச்சு, அதுக்கு மேலேயும் போயிட்டு இருக்கு. ஸோ சார் சொன்ன மாதிரி இஃப் யூ டோன்ட் டூ நவ் தென் நெவர், and then if you don't do now we are doing a crime to our youngsters. we have to show them the right direction, we have to put them with the right kind of skills. And அது ஒரு issue. அது போயிட்டு வந்து அதுக்கப்புறம் we elaborated, we presented to the government, the respective chief secretary himself was very actively participating into how to formulate skills and all. Then another incident which put me into depression. உங்களுக்குலாம் தெரிஞ்சிருக்கும், sir is heading a wonderful Mudhalvan Institute of Technology. So we know that wherever sir goes, he will leave a big mark that we have seen in career, in his checkered career in the Indian Administrative Service. What he has done in Chennai Corporation, I myself know. Still today, how many engineers love him and they talk very highly of him, I myself know, because I succeeded much later. So we went there, myself, Lakshmi Priya and so many others. I spoke to him, I speak to sir on many occasions for many advisors. Then sir was insisting that I should come with the team. So we went there 4 months back, around 4 months back with the team. What we saw there put us in much more depression, because if such things are done in an institution in Satyamangalam, with sir being there and his benevolent chairman spending a lot of money on this skill development, why not other institutions? Why not government? That's what he was also telling. So as a result of all that only, Divya was asked to head this mammoth task and then the scheme of Naan Mudhalvan. And she had a long discussion with so many industry partners, and then not only IT, normal skill development na udane ella robotics, AR, VR and the mari dhaan poiranga. Appadiyum kediyadhu. This covers all aspects of engineering curriculum, engineering stream. So உங்களுக்கு வந்து manufacturing பத்தி இருக்கணும்னாக்கா அதுலயும் எல்லா ஸ்கில்ஸும் வந்துருக்கு. All aspects of engineering, so I cannot elaborate, you all know that. So அதெல்லாம் டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணி ஒரு 70 and odd courses மேலே கொண்டு வந்து அதை பேக்கேஜ் பண்ணி, some courses are really very costly courses, and these institutions, the organizations that impart these courses are not ordinary organizations. Microsoft, Oracle, IBM, all such partners are being roped in, and it costs a lot of money. It costs around 60 crores per year, and the state government is bearing the entire cost of this Naan Mudhalvan scheme. Already one course is up and running, many of you may be knowing. Naalai Thiran Thittam solittu IBM oda சேர்ந்து சார், we are doing that. I'm sure it is in the right path. Wherever I go, wherever I interact with the principals and faculty members of computer science, I keep asking about that. I'm sure you are all doing very well on that. So இவ்வளோ பண்ணி இவ்வளோ கோர்சஸ் கொண்டு வந்து அதுக்கப்புறம் கூட, unless you fit it into the curriculum, unless you give credit to the course, students will not take. நம்மளே அப்படிதான். நானே ஐஏஎஸ் அகாடமியில் ட்ரைனிங்கில் இருக்கும்போது எதுக்கெல்லாம் மார்க் போட்டு எவாலுவேஷன் ஃபர்தராக போட்டு நம்மளோட ரேங்கை இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் ரீஃபிக்ஸ் பண்ணுறாங்களோ, வி டூ ஒன்லி தட். சமீரான் மாதிரி ரொம்ப ஓவர் இன்ட்ரெஸ்டாக இருக்கவங்க இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் எக்ஸ்ட்ரா பண்ணுவாங்க. ஹார்ஸ் ரைடிங் 10 மார்க் இருக்குன்னா காலையில் பண்ணி ஆகணும்னா அது கொஞ்ச நேரம் பண்ணால் போதும். அதுக்கப்புறம் பேஷன் இருந்தால் தே கேன் பர்சியூ. கேம்ஸ் ஆடணும், அதுக்கு கொஞ்சம் எவாலுவேஷன் இருக்குன்னா அந்த ஃபிக்ஸட் டைமில் ஆடினா போதும். ஏதாவது ஒரு கேம், டென்னிஸோ பேட்மிண்டனோ அந்த டைமில் ஆட்டா அதோட முடிஞ்சு போச்சு. அதுக்கப்புறம் என்ன மாதிரி சோம்பேறிங்க ரொம்ப பர்சியூ பண்ண மாட்டோம். But our mari enthusiastic persons பண்ணுவாங்க. So what I'm trying to say is, unless these courses are made into a compulsory and a creditable course, students will not take. To change the mindset of Anna University, we all have to really struggle. But I should thank the Vice Chancellor, present Vice Chancellor Professor Velraj, for really helping us to. He understood the purpose of the government. We are not trying to push anything from top down. This is really the felt need of the student community. And we all, you all as faculty members, many of you might also would have felt that we are not doing enough on this aspect. As like sir, how he was feeling anguished about how things are not done in this right spirit. Many of you would have felt. So அதை புரிஞ்சுட்டு அவர் இந்த கோர்சஸ்லாம் creditable courses கொண்டு வந்திருக்கோம். There are a lot of things are made as compulsory, which Uday also will elaborate, and the subsequent speakers will also tell. There are a lot of other things which are electives. So you can encourage the students to do that also. நீங்கள் இன்னைக்கு வந்திருக்கிற இந்த சிங்கிள் பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் கான்டாக்ட் ஸ்போக், நீங்கள் இதை ஃபுல்லாக தரவாக புரிஞ்சுட்டு உங்களுக்கு இது ஆத்ம திருப்தியை கொடுக்குது, இதை நம்மளால் செய்ய முடியும், இதுதான் செய்யணும், இதுதான் இன்னைக்கு இருக்கிற ட்ரெண்டு, இதை விட்டுட்டோம்னா இன்னைக்கு விட்டால் எப்பவுமே செய்ய முடியாதுன்ற ஒரு ஈடுபாடு வந்துச்சுன்னா தான் இந்த ஸ்கீம் நல்லா போகும். இல்லைனாக்கா we don't want it to be like one of the regular schemes which will go through in a regular manner of implementation. So we will be continuously interacting with you. We will be monitoring how this shapes up and how the university is still taking it further. எப்படி கோர்ஸ் கம்ப்ளீஷன் இருக்கு, என்ன மாதிரி குவாலிட்டி இருக்கு, அதுக்கெல்லாம் எவாலுவேஷன் இருக்கு. The website that has been designed, which was launched by the Honorable CM a couple of weeks back, is a robust one. I don't know how many of you, most of you would have seen it. Definitely the spokes would have seen it. I request the principals also to take keen interest in this. Okay, so this is to benefit the student community and this is the way to go. So இதெல்லாம் நீங்கள் உள்வாங்கிட்டு நீங்கள் இந்த திட்டத்துக்கு வந்தீங்கன்னாக்கா டெஃபினட்டாக you can make things really good. And what is really required is இன்னைக்கு வந்து நம்ம ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸுக்கு நார்மலாக ஒரு கோர்ஸ் கம்ப்ளீஷன் சர்டிஃபிகேட் மட்டும் பத்தாது. உங்களுக்கு எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியும். I don't know how many placement officers have come here. We don't involve placement officers here, right? But most of the spokes will also be placement officers. So நாம வந்து என்ன பண்ணுவோம், இந்த இன்ஜினியரிங் கரிக்குலமுக்கும் இப்போ கரிக்குலம் சேஞ்ச் பண்ணிருக்கோம் சார். We had some 6 months back we had a day-long workshop. Our Honorable Minister had come, the Principal Secretary Industries, the Additional Chief Secretary Industry came, the Principal Secretary Information Technology came, and they brought a lot of industry partners. We made 10 verticals, and then a faculty member, not a faculty member, a couple of faculty members, some alumni, some bright student, and people from top rank companies, HR personnel. அவங்கள வர சொல்லினோம். Because HR personnel தான் தெரியும் what is the requirement of the industry and where students are. Always there will be a gap. In every country the gap definitely exists, but in the very developed countries like US or Germany, the gap may be very narrow. But here the gap is wide. And we found that after thoroughly analyzing the syllabus, and then they sat and then worked for something close to 4 months, and then now this new syllabus has come. I don't know how many of you had a look at the new syllabus. It's definitely bridging the gap, and in that process only these non-Mudhalvan courses were also fitted in. So this is the right opportunity, and when we brief and tell about this scheme to the Honorable CM, he says that அவர் வந்து என்ன சொல்லிருக்காரு, நீங்கள் பார்த்துருப்பீங்க டெலிவிஷனில், அதாவது நம்முடைய ஆரம்ப கல்விக்கு பெருந்தலைவர் காமராஜருடைய காலம் பொற்காலம்னா, கல்லூரி கல்விக்கு கலைஞருடைய காலம் பொற்காலம்னா, என்னுடைய பீரியட்ல உயர்கல்விக்கு பொற்காலமாக இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னு ஹானரபிள் சீஃப் மினிஸ்டர் சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. ஸோ அவர் வந்து இப்போ நாங்கள் ஹைதராபாத் போயிட்டு வந்த கதையெல்லாம் சொன்னேன். ஒரு மாவட்ட ஆட்சித்தலைவர் மாநாட்டில் என்ன சொன்னாங்கன்னாக்கா, அதிகாரிகள்லாம் நீங்கள் நம்ம நாட்டில் இருக்கிற பெஸ்ட் ப்ராக்டிசஸ் மட்டும் நம்ம ஸ்டேட் கொண்டு வரணும்னு நினைக்கக்கூடாது, ஏஷியாவில் இருக்கிற பெஸ்ட் ப்ராக்டிசஸ் எல்லாம் நீங்கள் கொண்டு வாங்க, அதுக்கு நம்ம இந்த அரசாங்கம் செயல்படுத்த தயாராக இருக்குது, இதுக்கு எவ்வளோ நிதி ஆனாலும் கொடுப்பதற்கு என்னுடைய அரசு தயாராக இருக்குது அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. அதனுடைய ஒரு பகுதி தான் இது. ஸோ இதுக்கு நம்ம வந்து these courses are costing around 60 crores sir, per annum. 60 crores per annum is the budget. Mind you, this is only for engineering stream, and this is only for engineering colleges. So we are going to extend this to this itself is getting extended to polytechnics, and then comes the next stream of arts and science colleges, where we expect vice chancellors like Professor Kaliraj to help us, and all the 10 affiliating vice chancellors are working on it. I felt bad that we have missed some time. We could have taken it up along with the engineering speed and then brought it in this semester itself, this academic year. But some delay somewhere, because it's 10 universities. This is only, Anna University is only one university, and several autonomous colleges like Bandari and PhD and things like that. So arts and science colleges la irukra ella courses kume ella stream ku even if it is history, BA history, even if it's BA English literature. By the way, English literature, some good colleges are in very high demand, because IT companies also need English literature students for content writing. So keeping that in mind, a lot of skill-based programs are also being framed for them. I'm sure next semester in the 10 affiliating universities in the programs varadhu vaaipu irukku. So naanga enna அரசாங்கத்தில் உட்கார்ந்து அரசு அதிகாரிகளோ இல்லை செக்ரட்டரியாக இருக்கிறவங்களோ இல்லை அமைச்சர்களாக இருக்கிறவங்களோ கூட எங்களுக்கு என்ன உறுதுணையாக இருந்து நம்ம என்னதான் ஸ்கீம்ஸை கொண்டு வந்தாலும் ஃபைனல் இம்ப்ளிமெண்டேஷன் இஸ் இன் யுவர் ஹேண்ட்ஸ். ஆல் தீஸ் பாய்ஸ் அண்ட் கேர்ள்ஸ் ஆர் இன் யுவர் கேம்பஸ். யூ ஆர் த ஹெட் ஆஃப் the institution as principal, And as spoke, I mean the single point of contact, you are the person who is going to take this to the students and then encourage them and then motivate them to take it further. ஸோ அதுதான் ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியம். அதுக்கு நீங்கள் முழுக்க முழுக்க இதை நம்பி, இது நல்ல திட்டம், இதில் நம்ம வந்து இப்போ விட்டால் செய்ய முடியாதுன்றதை நான் முன்னாடி சொன்ன மாதிரி, இப்போ விட்டால் செய்ய முடியாது, இப்போ கண்டிப்பாக செஞ்சாகணுன்ற ஒரு இன்டென்ஷனோட இதை நீங்கள் செயல்படுத்த ஆரம்பிச்சிங்கன்னா டெஃபினட்டாக we can see lot of good results and lot of our children. நீங்களே உங்கள் கண் முன்னாடி நீங்கள் ட்ரெயின் பண்ணுற ஸ்டூடெண்ட்டு ஒரு நல்ல பிளேஸ்மெண்ட் போகிறாரு, he is getting well placed, he is getting a wonderful salary அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கனாலே then you will again get motivated to do it further with many more students. நம்ம பண்ணாரி போயிட்டு பார்த்துட்டு வந்தோம்னு சொன்னோம். அங்கெல்லாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எந்த லெவலுக்கு மோட்டிவேட் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்காங்க ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்னாக்கா, அவனா பண்ணுறான், தானாக பண்ணுற மாதிரி இருக்கு. எத்தனையோ பேர்கிட்ட கேட்டு பார்த்தாங்க, சார் இல்லாத சமயமாக போய் கேட்டார், ஒருவேளை சார் வச்சுட்டு கேட்டாக்கா அப்படி சொல்லுவானோ அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு, அவர் இல்லாதப்போ கேட்டாலும் அதே பதில் தான் சொல்கிறாங்க, அதே மோட்டிவேஷனோட இருக்காங்க. ஸோ தட் இஸ் வாட் இஸ் வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். We have to create such culture, and then we have to create such breed of students throughout Tamil Nadu. Our wish is to do that. அதுக்காக தான் இன்னைக்கு இந்த 7 regional seminars, இவங்க வந்து Innocent Divya has taken a lot of pains, sir, to visit Innocent Divya and all her team. There are a lot of DROs and other officers. They have traveled throughout Tamil Nadu. சென்னையில் ஆரம்பிச்சு வெல்லூர், திருச்சி, மதுரை, திருநெல்வேலி, சேலம் and இன்னைக்கு கோயம்புத்தூர். Today it is ending. நான் கூட நினைச்சேன் என்ன 5 daysல இவ்வளோ கிராம்டாக வைக்கிறீங்களே, பட் தட் இஸ் த seriousness that the government attaches to this scheme. It has to be taken forward and it has to be spread throughout Tamil Nadu. That's why we are all here. So my humble request to you is please take it seriously. I am sure in a city like Coimbatore, where in the region there are plenty of scope. சார் வந்து காயர்பித் கதையை சொன்னார், அந்த மாதிரி ஏகப்பட்ட எக்ஸாம்பிள் இருக்குங்க உங்கள் ஊரில், நம்ம ஊரில். So therefore I once again request you to implement this with a lot of seriousness. And with these few words, I once again thank MPV sir for coming and speaking to you all. I'm sure it is a very inspirational one for all of you. Whatever portion that I sat and listened, it was really very, I really learned a lot and it was very motivating, sir. Thank you once again. I thank PSG College for allowing the government to do this program. And I wish you all a great success. Please implement it with a lot of seriousness. We are here to do, or you can even suggest, with the experience of this year, you can suggest few more courses for next year. Few more industry partners you can rope in, or some faculty members themselves can join and then offer a course. So we are open to all that. That can also be tapped in. That can also be built in. So sometime back, I don't know whether it is Mr. Uday Chandran or the finance secretary, they said the sky is the limit. Don't worry about funds for this program. So that is the commitment that the government is giving to you all. So therefore, please join us to make it as a grand success. Thank you so much.
அநேகமாக நான் முதல்வன் திட்டம் அது குறித்தான அந்த ஸ்கீம்ஸ் குறித்து அநேகமாக டீட்டெயில்டாக அவங்களுக்கு சொல்லியிருப்பாங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். I think I don't need to repeat in detail about the schemes. But at the same time, it's my duty to tell you about the significance attached to it and how we passionately feel about the entire exercise. Probably that will be more important than the details about the schemes. All along our, the higher education landscape is being, criticized positively, constructively, with enough justification on major 2 accounts. One is our higher education landscape is quite theoretical. It doesn't meet the requirements of industry. So this is one major grievance on this particular higher education landscape. And it doesn't innovate, it doesn't allow people to innovate. And most critically that we are producing a lot of engineers. The mass production does happen in our country, especially in our state. I'm carefully using the word mass production because of the sheer number of engineering colleges and the number of graduates come out of our colleges. When we produce the engineers meant for to become the employees of the major companies, IT companies and other companies. We don't produce the entrepreneurs. That is the major grievance against our education landscape. So these are all continuously it has been highlighted. So we thought that some serious course corrections are needed. Of course, it's a very important step, but we realize that it's a first step. A lot of road to be covered, distance to be covered. இதை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் கோர்சஸ் பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் நிறைய இங்கே சொல்லியிருப்பாங்க. ஸோ we carefully thought about many aspects, held detailed sessions, discussions with the industry. Multiple rounds of discussions with the industry have been held. Finally, we understood their requirements. We studied the best practices elsewhere in the country. The official team visited many states like Karnataka, Telangana, and many places, even Kerala, which is doing reasonably well in innovation area. So we studied the best models and tried to replicate or customize to our own requirements. So that's how this particular Naan scheme came into being. The portal we have launched, and many more things start to be rolled out. இதில் கோர்சஸ்லாம் உங்களுக்கு சொல்லியிருப்பாங்க. இன்ஃபேக்ட் to be frank, though I came from engineering background, after going through the list of courses, I am tempted to go to college again and try to read again. So that's the kind of motivation you get, and I think we are getting into an opportunity to look at a different world. The Russian, the new kind of opportunities, technologies, emerging technologies, future technologies are being unleashed. And I've been repeatedly insisting this particular point in the earlier editions of this particular event in multiple places, that one thing we should really understand, whether it is any institution or even Homo sapiens like us, unless we invent, reinvent, will be extinct very soon. That holds true for any organization, any institution, whether it is in governance or in technical institutions like which we are looking at it, or individual species, whether it is a dinosaur or anything, we will be extinct soon unless we invent, reinvent, and reimagine our existence. So we have to stay relevant to the changing pace of things which are being unleashed day and night, especially in technology area. Every day things are coming out in a new format, new model, and you are being outdone. In fact, in one particular edition I told that I always have a lot of sympathies to teachers, teaching community, because we are passionately attached to that particular community. More than that, we are really worried that in the new technological era, how they are staying relevant. ஏன்னா இன்னைக்கு டேட்டில் வந்து அநேகமாக நாளைக்கு என்ன கிளாஸில் வந்து எடுக்க போகிறோங்கிறத தெரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டு முதல் நாளே தெரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டு படிச்சுட்டு வந்து அதிகம் கேள்வி கேட்கக்கூடிய ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்லாம் இருக்கக்கூடிய காலகட்டத்தில் டீச்சிங் கம்யூனிட்டி தான் வந்து மோஸ்ட் difficult proposition to have. So we always have sympathies for that particular community, but pointing out in a later vein. But the most critical thing is that we have to update. The teaching community has to update, the curriculum has to be updated, students have to update themselves. அந்த வகையில் பார்க்குறப்ப நிறைய கோர்சஸ் இதிலெல்லாம் கொடுத்துட்ருக்கோம். In fact, in multiple locations I'm passionately looking at some of the courses like data science, big data. These are all the pointers which I'm passionately looking at how very important in the future to come. In fact, governance-லேயே எனக்கு ரொம்ப யூஸ்ஃபுல்லாக இருக்குது இந்த big data analysis. We've been crunching all our data using the unique identifier called Aadhaar or any other thing. We could save hundreds of crores. Deduplications we have done. So crunching the data enables us to target the right audience with the schemes. So அந்த அளவுக்கு வந்து data is the new oil, you might be knowing. So data science is the key. In fact, if I speak in this language in this particular land, I don't need to explain too much of the ways. Already this particular part of the state has been doing a lot of things in engineering education, which has been spearheading the industrial revolution in the state. So we'll have to move one step ahead. In fact, when some of the industries are trying to set up major industries like semiconductors That's a new buzzword. The government of India is giving a lot of importance to setting up those countries எல்லாம். அப்படி வர்றப்போ வந்து the discussions-ல again the pointers came that we have to set up an institute of microelectronics so that we will have a greater ecosystems. We'll have to tie it up with foreign universities to have the ecosystem which produces the talented skill pool which can be used for setting up those kinds. And Coimbatore is becoming a next IT hub. So many companies are coming in. So value-added courses is the real key. Unless we equip our engineers in a niche area, I think the employment may not be generating for those candidates. So data science is the key. Big data analysis is the key. I've been telling many people in multiple editions about my encounter with big data analytics. So I'm a big fan of big data. A lot of insights are available, but I've been quoting a book, Big Data by Name, written by Victor Mayer. It's a beautiful book. I would strongly recommend the many professors here, especially ITCS, and not only that, anyone can read how big data can really change the way in which we are looking at it. Crunching trillions of data and then throwing up unusual trends which can be used for better analysis. அதுதான் வந்து அதனுடைய கான்செப்ட். இதில் நிறைய ரீட்டைல் இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில் நிறைய யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க, ஹெல்த்தில் நிறைய யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க, ஈவன் கவர்னன்ஸ்லேயும். அடுத்த மழை வெள்ளம் வந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா எந்த இடத்துல வந்து உங்களுக்கு வந்து புதுசாக வந்து அதிக தேக்கம் இருக்கும், தாக்கம் இருக்கும் அப்படிங்கிற அளவுக்கு கூட ப்ரிடிக்ட் பண்ணக்கூடியதில்லை. யூஎஸில் யூனிவர்சிட்டி ஆஃப் ஓஹியோவில் வந்து ஆக்சிடென்ட் ப்ரிவென்ஷனுக்கு இந்த இதை யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. ஏன்னா ஆல் ஓவர் த வேர்ல்டு ஒரு ஆக்சிடென்ட் நடந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா we are collecting more than 50 different unique fields, right from the kind of vehicle you drive, அந்த வெஹிக்கிளுடைய ஏஜ், அந்த வெஹிக்கிள் என்ன மேக், லாஸ்ட் மெயின்டைன்ட் என்னன்னு ஆரம்பிச்சு அந்த பர்சனுடைய பேசிக் டீட்டெயில்ஸ்லேருந்து அத்தனையும் எடுத்துகிட்டு வரும். ஸோ அதை க்ரன்ச் பண்ணி பார்க்குறப்ப வந்து யூனிக் டீட்டெயில்ஸ் எல்லாமே வரும். இன்ஃபேக்ட் இன்றைக்கி மார்னிங் ஒரு இதே மாதிரி எடிஷனில் கேட்குறப்ப we've been asking number of accidents-ல வந்து இந்தியாவில் வந்து தமிழ்நாடு ஒன் ஆஃப் தி டாப் மோஸ்ட் places because we have a huge number of one of the longest length roads. அதில் ஸ்பீட் கண்ட்ரோல் வந்து மற்ற ஆஸ்பெக்ட்ஸில் வந்து நிறைய கேப்ஸ் இருக்கிறதுனால வந்து ஆக்சிடென்ட்ஸ் நிறையா நடக்குது. அந்த ஆக்சிடென்ட்ஸை கண்ட்ரோல் பண்ணுறதுக்கு என்ன பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு யோசிச்சு பார்த்துட்ருக்கப்ப திங்ஸ் ஆர் கம்மிங் அப். டேட்டாலாம் வந்து பார்க்குறப்ப நியூ இன்சைட்ஸ் வி ஆர் கெட்டிங். அந்த டேட்டாவை பார்க்குறப்ப வந்து நார்மலி வி டென் டு திங்க் ஆக்சிடென்ட்ஸ் எப்போ நடக்கும் அப்படின்னு யோசிச்சு பார்த்தா தி ஏர்லி ஹவர்ஸ் ஆஃப் அ டே, ஒரு மார்னிங் ஒரு 3 o'clock வந்து த டிரைவர்ஸ் வந்து வில் பி வெரி கேர்லெஸ். அந்த டைமில் போய் இதாகும். இது வந்து காமனாக வி டென் டு திங்க். பட் டேட்டா ஷோஸ் சம்திங் எல்ஸ். 108 ஆம்புலன்ஸ் டேட்டாவை எடுத்து பார்க்குறப்ப maximum number of accidents do happen in the state in the evening hours 6 to 9 in urban areas. That too with two-wheelers colliding with four-wheelers. இதுதான் டேட்டா. The reason என்னவா இருக்கலாம், வேறு ஏதாவது. அதுவும் மண்டே ஈவினிங் ஆக்சிடென்ட்ஸ் ஆர் ஹேப்பனிங் இன் மோர் நம்பர். ரீசன்ஸ் வந்து அன்னோன். ஸோ இந்த டேட்டா வச்சுட்டு தான் நம்ம வந்து we have to reorient our aspects. In fact, I have been quoting the example that the big data, Victor Mayer ரொம்ப அழகாக சொல்லுவாங்க. ஃபஸ்ட் இந்த அனாலிசிஸ் எல்லாமே வந்து ரீட்டைல் இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில் தான் வந்து இட் ஸ்டார்டட் தேர் pouring in. So Walmart has been using it extensively in their research. யூஎஸில் வந்து நிறைய புயல்லாம் வரது வழக்கம். But with forecast they could contain the damages. Katrina புயல்னு கேள்விப்பட்டிருப்பீங்க. ஒன் ஆஃப் த மோஸ்ட் டெவஸ்டேட்டிங் cyclone which really killed so many people and then damaged the infrastructure in the coastal areas of US. அந்த புயல் வந்தப்போ post that event they have been studying the sales pattern of many stores and other things casually. Big data analytical tools எல்லாம் வந்து அந்த டேட்டாலாம் க்ரன்ச் பண்ணி அதை கிவிங் insights into the policy makers or the senior management in that particular company. It came out that prior to the that cyclone, immediately after the cyclone, எது அதிகமாக சேல்ஸ் ஆச்சு அப்படின்னு செக் பண்ணி பார்த்தா என்ன ப்ராடக்ட் சேல்ஸ் ஆச்சுன்னு பார்த்தா டார்ச் லைட் அதிகமாக விற்பனை ஆயிருக்கு. நேச்சுரலி நம்ம டார்ச் லைட் வந்து தேவைப்படும். செகண்ட் வந்து ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் ஸ்ட்ராபெரி டேஸ்ட் உள்ள ஒரு சாண்ட்விச் வந்து அதிகமாக சேல் ஆகிருக்கு பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் த டேஸ்ட் ஆஃப் அந்த பீப்புள். இது வந்து புரிஞ்சிக்க முடியுது இந்த டேட்டா வர்றப்போ ஓகே இதுன்னு. பட் த டெசிஷன் கேம் ஆஃப்டர் தட். இந்த நெக்ஸ்ட்டு புயல் வருது அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறப்ப அந்த பர்டிகுலர் செயின் ஆஃப் ஸ்டோர்ஸில் இன்லேண்டில் இருக்கக்கூடிய அத்தனை இந்த டார்ச் லைட்டையும் இதையும் தே மூவ் டு தி கோஸ்டலில் இருக்கக்கூடிய ஸ்டோர்ஸ். ஸோ நெக்ஸ்ட் டைம் புயல் அடிக்கிறப்ப மற்ற செயின் ஆஃப் ஸ்டோர்ஸில் சீக்கிரமாக அந்த ஸ்டாக் எக்ஸாஸ்ட் ஆகிடுச்சு. இவங்க மட்டும் தே ஸ்டார்டட் செல்லிங் ப்ராப்ளி வித் ப்ரீமியம் ப்ரைஸ். ஹூ நோஸ், தே மேட் எ கில்லிங் ஆஃப் இட். இந்த மாதிரி வந்து டீட்டெயில்ஸ் வந்து டேட்டா வந்து ரொம்ப ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். டேட்டா இஸ் த நியூ ஆயில். இன்ஃபேக்ட் நம்மளுடைய டேட்டாஸ்லாம் எந்த அளவுக்கு சேஃபாக இருக்குன்னு பல நேரம் நமக்கே பயமாக இருக்குது. இன்னும் the way in which things are moving, the way in which we are getting the SMSs, நீங்கள் எங்கே போகிறீங்கன்னு பார்த்து நம்மளை பின்தொடர்ந்து யாரோ ஒருத்தர் வந்துட்டு இருக்க மாதிரியே ஒரு ஃபீல் இருக்கிறதுக்கு காரணம் வந்து they are being data is being used by someone else அப்படிங்கிறது தான் அதனுடைய முக்கியமானது. அந்த வகையில் வந்து டேட்டா சயின்ஸ் கோயிங் டு பி தி மேஜர் கீ டிரைவர். இது வந்து ஐடி கம்ப்யூட்டர் சயின்ஸில் இருக்கவங்க தான் எடுத்து பண்ணணும்னு அவசியமே இல்லை. இந்த திட்டத்தில் நிறைய கோர்சஸ் ஒவ்வொரு பிரான்ச்சுக்கும் நிறையா இருக்குது. டேக் த கேஸ் ஆஃப் எலக்ட்ரிக்கல் எலக்ட்ரானிக்ஸ், ஸ்மார்ட் கிரிட், அதை பற்றியான கோர்சஸ் இருக்குது. கோர் இன்ஜினியரிங்க்கும் நிறையா இருக்குது. பில்டிங் மாடலிங் அண்ட் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் அண்ட் ஆஸ் வெல் அஸ் டிசைனிங் மெட்ரோஸ், சீ போர்ட்ஸ், இதுக்கெல்லாம் வந்து கோர்சஸ் இருக்குது. ஆஃபர்ட் பை none other than L&T. Who knows, அந்த கோர்சஸ்லாம் படிக்கக்கூடிய engineers tomorrow they may design the metros of Coimbatore. Probably you will be producing those engineers with passion and then affection to the land of this particular area, may be designing the future metros for Coimbatore. அந்த அளவுக்கு வந்து we have roped in more than 40 companies which are well known and topmost companies in the field. I could say that the global one, starting with the Microsoft, Oracle, IBM and Mahindra Pride, Infosys, Springboard. Most of them are offering courses. Some of them are online, some of them are hybrid, and some of them are free of cost. Some of them are charging, but we have negotiated with them and then brought down the cost, and we are going to subsidize that particular thing. So we are going to pump in more than 60 crores for this particular aspect alone. So we are committed to skill the next generation. In fact, Industry 4.0 standard, again key area. Government of Tamil Nadu has launched a massive scheme of improving the infrastructure in 75 government ITIs. The project is being executed through along with Tata Technologies. So Industry 4.0 standards. Next academic year we are going to start. If ITIs are going to adopt Industry 4.0 standard, engineering colleges are supposed to be one step ahead. That's why this scheme has come to you. So I would call upon all the college principals and professors who have assembled here. Please dedicate your own staff. Please sponsor the right people to the training programs from each and every field, who are really motivated, committed, who are willing to take the students to the next level. Not only the mandatory courses, the elective courses, lot of elective courses are available. So adhum vandu romba important. In fact, we'll be more than happy. Our mission will be accomplished only when the engineering college ecosystem changes its course from discussing only CGPA to the additional qualification of the students. So that's where we will succeed. So this is our aim. So unless we skill and reskill, things are difficult, because it's an era of specialization. So we need to nurture our talent. not only courses aligned with specific engineering discipline, starting from psychometric tests, which is very important. You should know where do you stand. You should know where your peers are there. How we can relate to each other and then improve upon is a key indicator, performance indicator for the growth. So that is also is being made available. Apart from that, basic communication skills for engineers and multidisciplinary courses. So அதுவும் ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டண்ட் இது. அதுக்கப்புறம் தி பிளேஸ்மெண்ட்ஸ்க்குலாம் போகிறப்ப தி ஆட்டிடியூட் டெஸ்ட் அண்ட் அதுவும் ரொம்ப முக்கியம். அண்ட் ஈவன் சிவில் சர்வீஸ் கோச்சிங் ஆல்சோ we need to identify the talent and then nurture that. ஸோ அதுக்கும் இந்த கோர்சஸ்லாம் இனிமேல் ஆஃபர் பண்ண போகிறோம். The most critical one is again startup innovation. So where we are lagging very badly. So that's why the Tamil Nadu government has launched a separate organization, TANSIM. So again we are going to concentrate on the innovation one. And where else we can talk about innovation other than Coimbatore? Because you've been leading in innovation for so many decades. So probably this is the right place where we can think about nurture the talent. Huge opportunities are available in many areas. Where one particular mobile application has really changed the way of teaching in the country, and it has become a unicorn, a major kind of thing. Starting from education to health to agri, huge opportunities are available for innovation startups. So risk-taking ability is the key in succeeding in that particular sector. So failure, again, appreciating failure is an attitude which is required for succeeding in this particular area. So we need to nurture the talent and do it. So with a lot of ideas, a lot of vision, we have taken this forward, and even introducing foreign languages. Initially, first phase, we are introducing 2 languages. One is German and the other one is Japanese. I know in Coimbatore there is enough exposure about German. Goethe Institute is there, and things are doing because mechanical protection knowledge with the German exposure is an added advantage. So already starting from our own legendary GT Naidu, the exposure to German is very much available here in this particular part of the state. Japanese is unique. In fact, a few years back when I visited Salem in one engineering college, I found that Japanese is being taught to the engineering colleges. Then I later realized that technical knowledge with Japanese is a guaranteed visa for employment, for the simple reason that Japanese society is aging. So youth are invited in Japan with technical knowledge, with reasonable exposure to Japanese language. So that's why we are offering that particular course. So enough thought has gone into the basic introduction of the course. But having said so, the success lies only when you dedicate and take it forward. That's why we are here, and that's why across the state we have met the engineering college's principals. Please talk to your faculties and then depute them for the training programs. We are started doing it in the coming days, 3 to 5 days training programs for which they will get a certification, and motivate all your students. So there's a golden opportunity, and this is the first step. We are going to add many more courses, not only the mandatory courses, in the elective courses also. We should really look at the students taking up. And finally, if you complete it, finally their resume of your candidates, students will look better when it is presented before anyone, not necessarily for the immediate employment or the salary package, for their own successful career. In the process, the nation building becomes purposeful. So that's why we are here. I need not elaborate so much in the land of Coimbatore, which will be misconstrued by you, because you are reasonably doing very well. But we expect much more than that, because this particular part of the state shall lead the industrial revolution, any new innovation, and lead the state and try to replicate it in others. So we are expecting much more from this particular part. please concentrate on that. Join with this. We will try to make the younger generation more competitive in the days to come.